Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at Kabuto Sumo Sakura Slam, which is a expansion, but a standalone expansion for Kabuto Sumo. And this is a 2 to 4 player game published by All Play Games, which also make tabletops. So this game in here is going to be all about you playing as a sumo wrestling bug and trying to knock your opponent's sumo wrestler off the board. Let's go ahead down to the table here. I'm going to show you how to play this game, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Alright, so this is Kabuto Sumo Sakura Slam, and this is going to be a 2 to 4 player game in which you're going to be trying to push out your opponent's sumo bug there. If you're the first player or team to do so, you will win the game. Now, there's going to be a head-to-head mode in this. There's going to be a 3-player free-for-all, and there's going to be a 4-player teams. Now, this is currently set up for 4 players. You'll have all 4 bugs in the middle of the board here, and it'll be set up in that configuration. Now, if you're going to be playing with the 3-player game, you'll remove this bug here and put a medium disc there instead. And there's going to be 3 different types of discs real quick before we go in the other 2 configurations. There's going to be medium, large, and small. Okay, so that's for 3-player. If you're going to be playing for 2-player, you're also going to remove the purple bug right here. So you just have the yellow and the green, and those bugs will be replaced, this red and the purple bug will be replaced by the medium discs. In addition, you'll also put this title belt on this disc in the middle. Now, the win conditions for each of these is going to be different. For a 2-player game, you either knock out your opponent out of the ring there, or you knock this title belt out of the ring and you'll win there. Also, if you knock yourself out, you will lose the game in 2-player. Now, 3-player free-for-all, each player is just trying to knock out one other player to win the game. Now, in 4-player, you're going to be playing as teams. So you're going to divide it up here, and you'll have 2 teams of 2. Now, the way this would work is the players would be on either side. So technically, yellow and purple, they're over here, would be one team, and red and green would be another. And they're simply trying to knock out one of the opponent's sumo bugs to win the game. Now, this pattern for setup that I showed you, like we showed for the 3 and the 2-player, won't change. So this is how it's going to be set up here. And unlike Kabuto Sumo, which had a round board, this has a square board here. And you got your little ring markers here. And you have this little platform here that you're going to be pushing discs on. Now, each player is going to start at the game in one of 2 ways. So you have the signature move side here, and then you have the going to be called, I believe it's called the Junior League side here. So the Junior League side here, you just have a little fluff text about this bug here called Dude. And you're going to just get this as your starting inventory. So you'll get this little yin and yang disc that you can use to push on there, and you'll get 2 smalls. Or however, if you play on this side, Dude has a signature move. So you're going to start the game with a medium and 2 smalls and your 4 tag discs here, and your token to mark which bug you are. And you can unlock your signature move during the game. So you have Eat, Pray, Bug, remove up to 3 of your tags, or pay 2 medium to an opponent, gain and push both of your yin and yang tokens as a nested group. This replaces your turn. So you're going to be getting tags on these corners here, and I'll show you what that means in a second here. But you also have Make Bug Not War here. At the start of your turn, if both your yin and yangs are in the ring and touching, gain a medium disc. If there are no medium discs, gain a small disc. So that's pretty cool. Another way that you can lose the game here, other than pushing your bug out, is if one of the players runs out of discs and they have nothing that they can use to push on there, because that can happen too. Now let's get into how you play the game. Well, on your turn, you're going to take one of your discs and you're going to position this in one of the 4 corners of the board. You could do it like this side, or this side, or this side. And what you're going to be doing, so I'm green here. I'm going to be trying to push some of the purple ones. So maybe, you know what, maybe I just want to do this way. So maybe I'll take this disc, my medium disc, and I will take it and I will push it onto the board. Now anything that falls off can go into your inventory. So now I have a small. In addition to that, since I was on the side, I put a tag on there. And these tags here will help you get to power up your signature move if you're using that side there. But in addition to that, if you get a tag on all four corners, you'll get to do what's called a corner slam. When you place your fourth corner tag, you must do a corner slam after your push. To do one, remove all four of your tags. So you remove, anytime you spend your tags too, you're removing them from these poles here. You're going to then take one additional piece from your inventory without moving the platform. If you tag all post again later, you can do another slam. So basically, you just get two moves if you can do a corner slam, which is very powerful. So that's going to be the gist of the game. You're basically going to keep on doing this until you push out one of your opponents there, or one of your opponents runs out of these here. So you're going to need to keep in mind how you're pushing it in, which corners you're pushing it in, when you can use your signature moves. Always make sure you have some tokens on your board there so you can keep on playing. So that's it for how the game plays. Let's go over some of these cool bugs that you can be in the game. So there's going to be a lot of bugs to choose from in this base game. And this is actually technically an expansion. And this expansion here is a standalone expansion. So you don't have to have Sakura Slam in order to play this game. This game has everything that you need, and it does have a little different board. And most of these units here can be used on the base game. So, all right, so then first one we're going to do over here is going to call Green Destiny. He gets this really cool little sword here. And after you push a piece, you may stack one disc you knocked out this turn. When you make a stack that is exactly 4 pieces high, push an additional piece from any platform position. You may gain the sword before you push. And the sword here is going to be a neat shape that you can use to push things out. So that's him. You can also get Apex. Apex, the hunt begins. During setup, replace your wrestler with this guy. So technically during setup, I should have had him out there instead of, he would have been purple, so he would have been there instead. So this guy, all at the end of your turn, if your wrestler is touching an opponent's wrestler, they must stack a disc. So Legendary Killer, stack 2 of your medium discs. At the end of your turn, you gain a large disc. And there are 2 large discs left over that don't go to any player, so you can use those. We also have Midas, Strands of Fate. When you place any of your third tag, you gain the Spider Web token. So the Spider Web token is pretty big and large to get lots of stuff off the board. So we also have the Great Bugbino, which is one of my favorite on here because you get this little swiper here. And this can be used to knock a whole bunch of discs off here. During setup, place the, I guess we're going to call it bat or whatever, around the corner posts, long end, positioning away from the ring. Remove your tag at the corner with your bat there. Rotate the bat in a full circle there. So that is going to be, it's a pretty cool way to just wipe out the stuff in a corner. And a cool ability for the Great Bugbino. We also have the Liquefier. So this one's going to have these little X's here. Going to be these little X tokens. But mark a target. At the end of your turn, if you knocked 2 or more pieces out, gain one of these X's. Wet Work. At the start of your turn, if both X's are in the ring, you may push an additional piece from the same position this turn. So that one's pretty cool too. To left, we have the Queen Bee, which gives us a big chain of bugs here. So we get to put a sting on it, stack one of your small, gain a bug. We've got a waggle dance, sorry. push any number of these bugs as a nested group. This replaces your turn. All right, we've got one more we're going to go over here. We have the Mazarashi, I think. This one here is going to get this big token here. And this one here, remove 2 of your tags, or stack 3 of your small, and gain your token there. This one here at the end of your turn, if you have your token, is touching an opponent's wrestler, you may carefully pick up their wrestler and stack it on any of the large or medium. Move any pieces stacked on top of it with it. So that's pretty cool. So that's all the little guys you get with here, and you can see you have a lot of different what do we have, 8, I think? Yeah, 8 different fighters that you get with this base game here. So there's a lot of replayability with this game and a lot of really cool things you can do. So let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I will give you my final thoughts on Kabuto Sumo Sakura Slam. All right, so that was Kabuto Sumo Sakura Slam. Now, the component quality for this game is amazing. I really like the big chunky wooden pieces, and the cardboard for the stage and everything is really good and nice and thick. So that's all great. The game itself plays really, really well. This is a good game for anywhere between 2 to 4 players. I like it best either 2 or 4. The 3-player free-for-all is fine. However, like I said, I like it at 2 to 4 players. There's a lot of replayability in this game. You have 8 different fighters that you can use in this game. They're all a lot of fun, and all but 2 of them, I think, can be used in the base game too. So you can port 6 fighters over to Kabuto Sumo, which has a round ring instead of the square ring here. This game here, if you have Kabuto Sumo, is also an essential purchase because it gives you more of the good stuff. So this is actually has a lot of components in it to do a different mode, which is really good, but also you get those fighters. So this is a very good expansion for that. Overall, I think they did a really good job with this. This is a really great game. If you don't have Kabuto Sumo, you could just pick up this and be perfectly happy. And then if you really like this, you could get Kabuto Sumo and get even more content. And plus they also have a ton of expansions out for this game too. So you can pick all those additional fighters up and all that other fun stuff. Either way, I think this is a really great like family weight game. It's going to be a really good game to bring out and play. And just the tactile nature of this game, pushing those little cube or spheres or whatever shape they're going to be, is a lot of fun. So overall, I really like this game. I think this game is going to get a lot of play in my family. In fact, I think it's going to get so much it's definitely going in my collection, and not a lot of games actually do go into my collection. So you can tell this is going to need to be a good game for me. And I hopefully, if you like what I showed in the how to play, I would highly recommend giving this game a shot, and I think you'll really like it. But that's my thoughts on it. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. It helps us get more equipment, get more content, and all that fun stuff. But either way, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for watching.